Now, when we talk about forces, we can say that forces can either be balanced or unbalanced. Now, take a look at this picture. Pick A or B, okay? Which among these pictures shows balanced forces? Is it A or B? Correct. It's A. Why? Because when you look at the picture that they're pulling the rope, the team on the left and the team on the right both exerts an equal force, which is 300 newton. Then that means that's balanced. Okay? Next, which picture shows A or B? Okay? Pick unbalanced forces. Correct, it's letter B. Why? When you look at the teams that are pulling the ropes, you would see the left team has 400 newton of force, and on the right team, you would see that they are only exerting 300 newton. So 400 newton and 300 newton are not equal. So that means it's not balanced. One would win and one would lose. You understand? Remember that balanced forces do not, will not cause a change in motion. They are equal in size or magnitude and are opposite in direction. Can you see the pictures? See. Look at them, they're pulling the ropes. But no one would win. Why? Because they're exerting equal forces. Even when they're fighting with their fist. When they're doing arm wrestling, no one would win. Why? Because they just exert both equal forces. Next. And now when we talk about unbalanced forces, always cause changes in motion, and they are opposite in direction. So that means if you find an unbalanced forces, there will always be a net force or a total force. Let me see this example. Let's see this example of these two guys doing arm wrestling. One guy, the magnitude of his force was just 3 newton, going to the west, going left. But the other guy is exerting 6 newtons. 6 newtons of force, which is going right. Then who would win? Who do you think would win? Of course, the guy who is exerting higher force, and the guy with the lower force, which is 3 and would lose. But then what is the total force that was exerted on the two? It was 3 newtons going to the east. Where would it go? To the west or to the east? Of course, it would go to which has the higher force. So the guy with the 6 newton east, then the direction of the net force would just also be east. Okay? It's not difficult, okay? It's just easy. So if the direction is opposite, you need to subtract the magnitudes to get the net force. Is it clear? For example, can you see this? The one on the left is the orange one, and the other on the right is the green one, and they are both pulling the ropes. Okay? So the orange one goes to the west, the green one goes to the east. The magnitude is 10 newton, and the direction is east. So who would be the highest? Who is exerting the higher force? Is it the orange or the green? It's the green. Why? Because it's exerting 10 newton and that is greater than 4 newton. So the green is higher. So that means it would go to the east. So the rule is, if it's in opposite direction, then you would just need to subtract 10 minus 4 is equals to 6. And always add n, that means newton. So that answer is 6n. That's the net force. And what would be the direction? Again, the direction would go to the one which is the higher force, which is the green one, which means it will go east. So the final answer would be 6 newton east. Is it clear? Now, if the directions are the same, you just need to add the what? Add the magnitudes. And because they are just the same, the directions would be easy. The answer would be, where would they be going? Take a look at this example. You would see a boy pushing the ball who is exerting 5 newton and his movement is going to the east. About the grandma as well, she is exerting 10 newton which is going to the east as well. So that means the both of them, the total forces that they exert would be all going to the east. So we just need to add them. Oh, yeah. Aware. So then 5 plus 10 would just be 15 newton. What? 15 is wrong. 15 newton. There should always be n. And what is the direction? Where? It's going to the right or going to the east. So the boy is going to the east and the grandma is going to the east. Then east and east, just the same. Just copy the direction. So the answer is 15 newton east. Clear? Now it's time for some exercises. Now, you need to get the net force. Remember two forces, F1 and F2. Okay, ready, answer. I will give you time to think. Okay? So for number 1, force 1 is, the magnitude of force 1 is 5 newton. Correct. For force 2, how much is the magnitude? It's 10 newton. And what is the direction of force 1? It's pointing to the right, so that means it would go east. Next. How about force 2? The direction is pointing to the right. 10 newton east. Now, what is the net force? Again, it's the total force. The net force is the total force. You just have to remember if the same direction, you just need to what to do? Add. So 5 and then add 10 would be equals to how many? 15 newton. Direction is, since both are going east, then the direction is also going to the east. Time to think. Now for number 2, for force 1, what is the magnitude? It's 8 Newton. For force 2, what is the magnitude? It's 4 Newton. Now, what is the direction of force 1? Where is it going? It's going to the right, which is going to the east. Now for force 2, what is the direction? Oh, it's going to the left. That means it's going to the west. Now, which is higher? 8 or 4? Force 1 or force 2? Yeah, it's force 1 because it's 8. 8 is higher than 4. Then that means you just need to copy the direction of the higher force, which is force 1. And that is going to the east. So just copy it. So the answer would be 8 minus 4 is 4 Newton. Going to where? East or west? It's going to the east. Why? Because force 1's higher than force 2. Then you just have to copy the direction, which is east. Correct? That is 4 Newton east. And for number 3, what is the magnitude of force 1? Yes, that's 12 Newton. The direction is up north. Now for force 2, what is the magnitude? How much? That's 3 Newton. So where is the direction of force 2? That's going down, meaning going south. Now, what is the answer? Think about it. What is the net force? It's 12 minus or subtract 3. Then that's how much? That's 9. 9 Newton. We're going? It's going north because force 1 is higher, which is 12 Newton north. Okay, so the answer is 9 Newton north. Very good. Very good, children. Wow, I am very happy that now you have reviewed about the force and motion. Okay? You need to think about balanced and unbalanced forces. I am very happy. So see you next lesson about Newton's laws of motion. Now it's time to answer your module. Please answer your module. Okay? Thank you and see you tomorrow. Bye.